We're talking to people who are having real life run-ins with the supernatural and paranormal. And before the break, we were talking to Lynn and Amber, who live in South Carolina, who bought a farm 4 years ago, built a house, and they live in what they absolutely believe. And I'll tell you, it's tough to go against anything they've said because they brought pictures and everything that they think their house is haunted. And it's just not by one ghost or one supernatural being. It's a lot of things that are going on. So we wanted to see for ourselves what was happening in Lynn's house. And we enlisted the help. I mean, I guess you could call, I mean, they are 2002 Ghostbusters. They are the New York Ghost Chapter. And they went to Lynn's farm in South Carolina to investigate. And our cameras were right along with them. Watch what happened.
As always, it could be absolutely nothing. Then again, it could be the most active place we've ever been for spirit activity. We just got to wing it and take it as it comes. So, you guys ready to rock and roll?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
Inside the house, the investigators looked over hundreds of unexplained photos taken by Lynn and her family over the past 2 years.
We've got voice, we've got apparitions walking around.
She then took them room to room and described each phenomenon.
This window's over here, we get faces looking in at us.
Convinced the house was a hotspot for paranormal activity, the investigators headed out to the barn where most of the sightings took place.
Okay, recorder set.
Specialized equipment, including digital cameras, sound recorder, and infrared cameras were put into place.
If there's anything transpiring, this camera will pick it up.
But for some unknown reason, several cameras malfunctioned.
The recorder just seems to be going with brand new batteries and it's doing its own thing off and on.
Her camera over here just came on by itself and it adjusted itself out.
Like it just did now. I did not touch it to turn it on.
Throughout the night, the digital camera recorded images of orbs, those strange lights you see floating in the air. The infrared camera captured the orbs on video. Let's take a look at that one more time. But the most bizarre moment came when one of the investigators was overcome by the feeling of a paranormal presence.
I got something over you.
No, it's further down.
I got it over you, yeah. Right over your head.
The evidence proves there is definitely something strange going on here on this rural South Carolina farm. Wow. So please welcome, Frank Hatfield is with us, Dr. Fran Bennett, Janelle Skolinsky, and Ronnie DeAngelis from the New York Ghost Chapter. Fran.
Hi.
Is their house haunted?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. We went in there and...
Why? Because of those orbs or other things?
There was quite a bit of activity. We always go into an investigation skeptic, and we have to rule out a lot of different evidence before we would, classify anything as paranormal. We captured a lot of things on EVPs, which are electronic voice phenomenon, and that's voices of spirits, energies.
I think we're going to hear those in a moment.
Yeah.
Frank, could you see things?
Physically looking at it, no, I couldn't. But that's not unusual. Most times you don't actually see the actual physical apparition in front of you. On a couple of occasions I've caught some things. Most of the things we pick up are through the recording devices.
Now, Janelle, I mean, when I saw you, I mean, you were, I mean, at one point, I don't know if you were faint or what, but you weren't feeling well.
I was having chest pains. Actually, we went out to one side.
And by the way, you don't get chest pains? Have you ever had a chest pain before like that?
No, it felt like a chest pain, though.
You don't think it was just some emotional
No, I know
reaction
the
on your
difference.
part?
I definitely know the
Maury,
difference.
I was with her when it did
Huh?
take place. I was with Janelle
The
And?
camera crew was
and
there.
the camera crew.
You can
She
get
experienced dizziness, she got nauseous, she had chest pain.
What had happened
I
was,
Have you
escorted
done
her
that?
into the
Yeah.
house.
stomach aches.
And where do you think they come from?
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they make you feel these feelings, but they'll make your head hurt, the back of your neck
There was
hurts, your
one
muscle
point
hurt.
where Lynn was complaining her head was hurting, and she was actually holding, and they were trying to massage her, and I had captured a photo of an orb and an apparition standing behind her. Joan, one of your producers?
Yeah, I know Joan.
Okay.
She produced this show.
Right, Joan. She was great.
You know,
She
Joan
wanted to
came
get-
back like this. I mean, it was like...
She wanted to get involved with everything and speak, and we did capture a lot of things around Joan and with Joan. And Joan hung out with me most of the evening.
Joan?
Yeah.
You think it was different?
No, when I was out with Fran, we were standing there, and, I didn't know what to expect when I got down there. But she was saying, if you want the ghost to come around, actually speak to them. Like they're people who died. They're like
Don't
me
tell
and you.
me.
Interact.
You as one of my,
Interact, exactly.
as one of my crack producers were talking to a
We got her on camera.
Hey, I try to keep an open mind, Maura, you know.
She was talking. I mean, they
you-
were
were you
answering
here?
our questions.
Yeah, here's what happened.
They were
So-
answering your questions?
They
Yes.
answered our questions. You'll hear on some of the EVPs. What
Okay.
happened was I was out there and I was talking to them, and all these orbs started gathering around me.
You could see them.
She
Yeah,
sang
we
them
saw
a
them on the
song.
camera.
These little circles of light.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
are supposed to be spirits.
Yeah.
Joan was a soldier.
Spirit
though.
energy.
She was
All right,
a true
okay.
soldier.
Keep in mind,
Now
your producers
let's
were
set
with us
this
the
up,
whole
right?
time.
What's that?
Keep in mind, your producers were with us the whole time,
Right.
so none of this
Now,
was...
what are we supposed to listen for?
Okay, what we did was we turned around and we pulled out just the remarks or the answers that were...
They talk?
Yes.
Very
yes.
short snippets, and they talk in a very hushed voice, such as
Right.
this. Very
yeah,
short
they can't go
snippets.
into a whole conversation, but they'll give you the key words that they want you to
Very,
understand.
very
Now,
clear.
we have to say, first of all, we didn't doctor this, right, Joan? We didn't have anybody. We didn't have
No.
anybody on
Nothing.
this tape.
I was out and with them the whole time doing the investigation.
And you heard
We're
these
looking-
voices?
Well, what I didn't. You don't hear the voices. They're captured on the recorder.
This is what
Yeah,
you call EVP.
Yes.
Yeah, electronic voice phenomenon,
All right.
EVP.
Listen
Very
closely,
frightening.
everybody. The recordings, the only doctoring you'll see, or only editing you'll see, is that we have repeated the exchanges. That's all we have done, just so that everybody can catch them. All right. Roll the first recording. Have a look.
Yes.
Have a look.
Have a look.
This is when we first showed up and we were talking, hey, we're going to do an investigation here. Shortly after we said we're going to do an investigation here, a voice comes on and says, have a look.
Okay. This one, the next one says, hold on a minute. Let's see if we can catch it. Sounds like a woman.
Hold on a minute. What happened was we were with the film crew at this point, and they were asking us to take down equipment and move the equipment from one location to another location. And as we were dismantling things, that's what we
You
had
think
to
you can distinguish whether they're male or female?
Yeah, yeah.
This next one is apparently they're saying the door is open. Is this a
Yes.
man or a woman? Do you know?
I believe it's a man.
Okay, let's roll it. Did you have to enhance that?
No.
No, that's raw. What you're hearing is raw tape.
That's what you're hearing. Some of them come in lower, some of them come in higher.
Right. And the last thing we're going to hear is someone saying, "Tell her the truth." Watch, listen. Wow.
It's very easy for people to look at us and say, well, clearly you've doctored those photographs. But, you know, it's virtually impossible. Anyone that knows recording, it's virtually impossible to go back and doctor something like that.